Speaker, I didn't expect those two speeches to last just as quickly as they did. I'm sure that means I don't qualify for the extra time. I'm sure either. But if I could, I would use that, of course, Madam Deputy Speaker. But you know that. But I know by your rules you wouldn't let me, and I accept that. Can I just say, first of all, can I commend the honourable member for Dudley South for setting the scene as he did so ably and so generous in the interventions as well. Thank the Backbench Committee for selecting the issue. From the floor, I would like to be clear that I am someone that is very aware of the duty that this House has to ensure that we encourage people to sensitively drink. Our policies, taxation, legislation must carry a message that there is a sensible balance which must be achieved by those who choose to drink alcohol. It is for this reason, along with others in this House, I oppose the supermarket cheap deals on alcohol the Honourable Lady for North Tyneside referred to it, and others have as well. It is very clear to me one of the contributing factors to those who have alcohol problems, for those people who buy too much and then imbibe too much and end up in the A&Es and in broken families due to the abuse of alcohol. I fully support my local pubs and make sure that they have that support at every corner that I can give them. And it's very clear that they contribute greatly, and I'll talk about that later on in relation to Northern Ireland, how much money they contribute to the local economy. But the local pubs for me are quite clear. You either use it or you lose it, and we cannot, unfortunately, have the losses that we've had over the years. However, I'm also someone who understands the benefit to drinking in a pub which is a safe local environment. Others have referred to it, where someone is able to reach over and take your keys and call you a taxi or an Uber, as the young people of the day refer to it as, when someone who can say, OK, Billy or Pat, that's enough for tonight, as opposed to drinking in the home, where there is no limit on what can be consumed. I believe that the most pubs encourage responsible drinking. That's why I'm in favour of this motion today. When you look at the pub industry in Northern Ireland, the figures are clear. With around some 1,216 pubs in Northern Ireland, and the pub and beer sector alone contributes some £390 million in value added to the economy. Sustains 16,000 jobs, £200 million in wages, and the total tax contribution is £260 million annually. That's some contribution, Minister, from the pubs in Northern Ireland. There is little doubt that this industry makes a key contribution to the supply chain in Northern Ireland, generating the additional jobs and value and wages for the economy. The sector has been in a very precarious trading position over the last few years, and it's demonstrated by the instability of its GVA performance over time, also reflected in the fact that Northern Ireland's pub sector is only one of the 12 UK regions to have experienced negative capital expenditure in 2016. Can't be ignored, that. They contribute 3 times more in business rates than is made profitably in the economy. The business rating approach to pubs in Northern Ireland is based on old case law that determine that pubs are more profitable than other businesses. Valuation is therefore based on an archaic law that no longer has any basis. And I can well understand the argument that as things stand, this sector is paying too much relative to its contribution to the economy. We can demonstrate, I believe, very clearly that it is certainly not more profitable than any other businesses. The differential between Northern Ireland and the rest of the mainland is clear. Figures are here. While the sector contributes some 2% to non-public rates in Northern Ireland, it accounts for just 0.7% of the profitability of the local business economy. While Northern Irish pubs account for just 1.6% of the UK pub sector GVA, pubs contribute 2.5% to UK business rates and 2.5% to the overall direct tax burden for the sector across the United Kingdom. It would seem to me, Madam Deputy Speaker, that this is an overtaxed business as it is, and it was also does not take into account that with people finding it more and more difficult to make ends meet, the pub beer is something which can be swapped for the home beers, and the mentality of that is I can drink more at home is not what we seek to endorse. So we're trying to make sure that people are retained in the pub, and that's what we're trying to do. While I'm not in favour of a cut to alcohol taxes per se, I do believe that a cut would specifically target our pubs, our bars, hotels and restaurants, and should be considered as a social benefit, surely will outstrip the initial cost. The industry is struggling. My fear is that more local pubs will close. I think it's important that we don't encourage youngsters who are able to chance their arm at a supermarket self-service and never experience the safety measures that come with drinking in a local pub. The tap stops, the keys are removed, and there's no trouble. I fear for a generation who will only experience alcohol as a means to get wasted and not as a social event. And I believe that pubs have a role to play in this, and we need to ensure that they are able to trade and continue to step into people's lives and possibly even save lives. It's about social interaction. It's about drinking sensibly. It's about having pubs in our areas. Thank you.
Kirsty Blackman.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.